tell you the truth. I gotta tell you the truth there. I had my gold sub. I loved it. I always wanted one. I got it. Yeah, it was great. But in hindsight, right, when I sold it, I didn't really have a need. You know, nothing was pressing for the money. Um, I was actually, I rang my dealer friend. That's Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co. And I said to him, can you find me? I was actually looking at just downsizing a bit and getting a two-tone bluesy. That's exactly what I wanted to get. Actually, I was looking not for the ceramic one, but for the pre-ceramic. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to downsize a bit. But what happened was he actually had a world time, which I said, hey, that would be far too expensive, but that's what basically happened. The rest is history. But I got to be honest with you, in all honesty, okay, just being completely truthful, I mean, it is fantastic. You turn up at an event wearing the gold sub, you're like a porn star. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a porn star's watch. You know, it's just, it's just out of this world, right? I mean, the problem is, to be completely frank with you, most people, because there's so much gold plating there, normal people don't know what it is. Okay, even though it's a gold sub, they just think it's some sort of gold plated piece of shit. You know what I mean? They don't get it. They don't understand. Hey, that is so much more expensive than the steel one. Okay, they don't get it. They just, so it doesn't really impress non-Rolex, non-watch people. You've got to be a Weiss to really understand it. Look, in all honesty, would I buy one again? Yeah, I did. I would love to get one again. I do miss it dearly. However, if I wanted an everyday watch to wear, because you can't afford just a stockpile or have a safe queen, no way in the world would I get a solid gold sub again. I would say to you, I would probably say, and the other thing is too, let me say this, the solid gold sub, they haven't really gone up in value. I'll tell you an interesting story. A couple years ago, okay, I'm talking Aussie dollars, right? But a couple years ago, a guy came to me and said, hey, I will swap you. So I had a 16618, sorry, 16618, the solid gold pre-ceramic, okay? Early 90s, but very, very sharp. No papers, box, had the wooden box, but no papers. Really sharp example, had been serviced and professionally lightly polished. Absolutely amazing. And I said to him, sorry, we're going to do a swap where he would swap me his two-tone Submariner pre-ceramic with gold in the clasp. So it's one of the last, you know, the early 2000s one. He was also going to swap me his two-tone GMT, which had gold in the clasp. It was a Holes case, but it had solid end links, okay? Okay, and he was going to throw in an Omega sports watch. Now the problem is, I wanted a Speedmaster. He wanted to throw in an early Planet Ocean, and that's why we couldn't do the deal, because I said I don't want the fucking Speedmaster. I want a Speedy. I want a Speedy. Okay, and that's why the deal fell through. Now the funny thing is, fast forward a couple years, and guess what? If we were doing the deal today, the Omega wouldn't even be on the table. In fact, the two-tone bluesy and the two-tone GMT, I would probably need to be giving him a little bit of money. You understand? So what's actually happened is, these solid gold pieces, they're amazing, they're beautiful, they're special, but you can't really wear it every day. It will stretch, they will wear. They are soft. They're very soft, okay? Very, very soft. You've got to be so careful with it, otherwise it'll be fucked. Okay? They are a great thing to have if you, like, I would buy one again, and then I wear it on special occasions, right? Right? I'm making this, I'm talking to you now, I'm wearing, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a Tudor Black Bay. That's a watch you just wear. Okay, I wouldn't cut the grass with it on, but I could go about my business typing, moving some paper work around, moving some little light boxes, doing the washing. I might hang the washing up on the line. Oh, wear, that's okay, it's okay. But you don't do that with the gold sub. You keep, yeah. Look, you got the ceramic one with, we've got the Smurf blue or the Starburst blue. Starburst blue. Well, that's a very beautiful watch. They're selling for over premium. In Australia, they're selling over premium. They're hard to get. Look, I would probably say to you, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Here's another interesting thing. Can I quote you some history, right? Because everyone think Rolex is amazing. They say Rolex, Rolex, you never lose money. Da 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 da. Okay, go back to 1998, 1999. Okay, that's fucking 20 years ago. Okay, I had a four-piece Rolex collection then. Okay, I was in my late 20s. Okay, mid to late 20s. Okay, this is what I had. Let me tell you what I had. Okay, I had a 18238 with factory diamond dial. That's a President. It's the model after the 18038 that you've got. Guess what? I sold it. I ran into financial problems. I sold that watch Australian. At the time, 20 years ago, the dollar Aussie. I sold it for 13,500 Australian. And guess what? In Australia now, I could probably buy that watch for about 15 or 16. It really hasn't gone up that much. Why hasn't it gone up that much? I'll tell you why. Because Rolex has released day date 2 and day date 40, and that's fucked. It's fucked up the resale value of the 36. Okay, there's too many different size models. Then you look at the other watch I had. I had a 16013 two-tone Datejust, 1988 two-tone Datejust. Okay, I sold that for, I think, 3.5 or 4. I think I sold it for 4,000 Aussie. What's it worth now? Probably about that. It hasn't. That watch hasn't really. It was a nice sharp example. It was a champagne dial, a little bit boring, wasn't anything. It was okay. I had box, no papers with that. So it probably hasn't gone anywhere. The two sports watches I had a Submariner 16610. That's the Submariner date in steel. Guess what? I sold it for about 5. They've gone through the roof. That's double. That's worth about 10 Aussie. Oh, I'm talking Aussie, so that's in US is about 7 US. Yes, so that's doubled. And I had an Explorer 2 Polar. I sold that for 4 Aussie, which is like 3 US. They've actually gone through the roof as well. This is 20 years ago, but you see? So what I'm trying to say to you is gold pieces over history don't necessarily go up a lot. That's not to say if you had a 1680 in solid gold, they're worth a lot of money, okay? A 1680 was very, very rare. But I would probably say to you, if I were you, right, your 18038, right, I would possibly ditch that, okay? Because I reckon they're becoming less valuable. They're getting really old. Like the last 18038 came out in 1987, 1988. They were an R serial number. Then they became the 18238. I'd probably get rid of that, and I would buy, what would I buy if I were you? I reckon a great two-piece combo for you would be a two-tone bluesy and possibly a Batman. Okay, okay. My honest opinion, okay, now you can never predict history, okay? But my honest opinion is I think those Submariners, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. The gold Submariners aren't really going to go anywhere fast, okay? Because you look about 5 years ago compared to now, the steel sports has gone through the roof, right? The gold is about the same. Now that's not to say it's all about the money, because sometimes it's really cool to have a gold watch, but there's problems with gold. It's soft, it's delicate, you've got to be careful with it. I would seriously say to you, in all honesty, keep your two-tone bluesy. That is a watch you keep for life, right? I would possibly get yourself, so you've got a ceramic, haven't you? You've got a ceramic, right? I would possibly sell the day date, and I'd use that as trading money to buy and sell pieces. Just buy something and flip it as a profit. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be hanging on to the 18038 because over time people will say that's too fucking small. They will say it's too small. It's too small and it's getting really older. So if you look at what happened to Rolex, small Rolexes, like you look at the bubble back, right? They were very, very hot 30 years ago. Okay, the bubble back. Now no one wants them. They're 33 mil. No one wants it. No one wants it. You gotta. My honest opinion is, I think they've made the day date 2. They made it day date 40, so it looks smaller, but it still is 40. I think 38 to 40 is kind of the perfect size for a date just. Sorry, or a day date. Okay. I would honestly say that the smaller ones, I think, will be. People won't go that way. That's my honest opinion. I wish it wasn't so, but that's the reality. So I probably don't see it as much investment potential based on the ones I had. I mean, but I would say I wouldn't be selling those to get a gold sub. I think a gold sub is amazing. It's a fantastic thing. If you're really successful and things are going well, buy one. But if you're saying this is my only watch, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bit like, yeah. Well, look, I'm just trying to tell you honestly, right? The gold sub is amazing. The gold sub. You've got to think of it as a Patek Calatrava. It's as delicate, okay? It is waterproof. I mean, Patek's not that delicate, but it's gold. You can't just treat it like shit, otherwise you're going to lose thousands. They want minty ones. They don't want fucked ones, okay? You know what I mean? It's like the best way I could describe it is, you know, a luxury car like an S-Class Mercedes or a Lexus, top-of-the-line Lexus. When it's 5 to 10 years old, people don't want high-mileage fucked ones. They want mint ones, okay? They don't want, if you're going to, you know, so that's the kind of thing it is. My honest opinion is, if you are so rich you can buy the gold sub, that's fine, do it. But if you're thinking, hey, this will be my only one, I think that's false. Much better stay with two-tone. Stay with two-tone. I think they're going to be worth more. They're always wanted. Two-tone's so usable. And it's such a cool thing. You can wear that anywhere. You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it anywhere. It's a fucking cool watch. Look, sometimes in life you get bored.
I'm only signing it because it costs nothing. So this is the congratulations to everybody.